That was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, he
Yeah.
was. Uh-huh. And let's see, the French Quarter Fest, he's always there
Oh,
too.
that's right. Yeah. So hopefully maybe the Football Fest might still be able to, since that's November, that might still be able to hopefully open.
Yeah.
I think the mayor, I think she kind of misspoke when she said all festivals for the rest of this year, because I think it's too early to make a decision like that. I mean, it's going to be hard, yes, but I think, we may be able to have something in October or November, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Well, she can
Just want
change her
to
mind.
make sure you've got enough Lysol.
Yeah, I love Lysol. You can't even buy Lysol. Look, I'm making my own hand sanitizer with my own aloe plant in the backyard because I can't buy it.
Wow.
So I put paper towels in here. I'm doing it myself.
Good. That's very.
So I know how to do it now.
Very creative and.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Good ingenuity.
Lawrence, are you there?
Yes.
He doesn't have a camera, so it's just shows.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, so nice. How's your mom doing?
Okay. She's at University Medical Center, and they're going to test her again because
problem detecting your audio.
The most recent
What's your
coronavirus came positive.
It was positive?
Yeah. She's good though, because she's heart rate normal, blood pressure normal, oxygen level normal, white blood cell count normal, no anemia.
Sister Kelly won?
She's drinking water, from a cup. There's no.
But were they testing everybody, or what was the reason they tested her?
Because from where she was at St. Luke's, she began to not respond as far as eating. She wasn't eating at St. Luke's. She wasn't drinking. And so, I got on the phone right away and I said, let me talk to her. So she I mumbled. And then they said to me, listen, let's get her over to West Jefferson. Okay, right. I said. West Jefferson called, said they administered the test. The result came back positive. So, and also she has UTI. This was back on 10 or 11 April, 10 or 11 of April. So they said she was dehydrated, most likely at St. Luke's. And I found that a little bit. So then West Jefferson called and said, we don't have hospital beds. We're transporting her to UMC, University Medical Center. So I said, okay. And then the doctors, each day a different doctor calls with an update. For the most part, it's, blood pressure, normal, heart rate normal, all that normal. So, and I saw her today. I had to go through the expense of getting laptops. And I recall last Saturday we had the deluge. I was I was out in that deluge looking for Lane Avenue or Canal Street or this sign that says UMC, and then I had to go around to go up the ramp, and I was with a friend and we were not allowed to enter. We were met by security guards, and I had to drop off the laptop covered in a bag because of the rain. And so the nurse came out and said, okay, she'll give it a whirl and try to set it up for Miss Angie, for Mom. So, so they got it set up, and it took a couple of tries, y'all. It didn't just happen on the first run,
Right.
It took a couple of tries, and like today I saw her. I got video, what they call a video call on her laptop and my laptop, and it's an Ethernet connection they have, and I have an Ethernet, and so I spoke to her mostly in Greek, and told her that the folk dancing group all sends their love to her, and she really appreciates it.
I sent her an email. Did she look at her email?
I don't think so, because that requires the nurse going into her room, and opening up the laptop, and right now they're just doing basics like physical therapy comes in on each day of the week for 15 minutes. And, they try to see, are they going to have her stand and go to the toilet, or are they going to use a bedpan and a bed pad? So that's the status we're in,
So they're taking another test, you said, or they did take it already?
We're going to wait for the results. Today, I did not receive a phone call from a doctor. Today, I reached out and spoke to a nurse assistant. yesterday I had a little bit of joy in that the nurse, Yolanda, was a student that took my microbiology course at Delgado.
Oh.
So that
Good.
really brought a smile and warmed up my heart, to see Yolanda there. And, that was my student, y'all,
Well, that's good, because then she'll keep a special eye on your mother.
Right.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then today it's a different person. It's Tiffany today and Jennifer. And so they're, but I saw Mom through the video call, and I asked her in Greek, can she see my face, and, basic stuff but I told her that, the folk dancing group all sends their love and warmest best wishes. And boy, she liked that, because she recalls the dancing and how much fun you guys.
It looks like
Yes.
I am. Pamela, why does it say Harris?
Oh, because that's my real last name.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're a faker.
Yeah.
You're an imposter.
Right. No, Dalal was my stage name for many years. And then actually, when I was on the cover of the Miami Herald, because I was one of the choreographers in the 1995 Super Bowl halftime show in Miami. And they wouldn't just use the name Dalal, because back when I started dancing, you had to have a Middle Eastern name. And so I said Dalal, and they wanted to put Dalal Harris, and that looked terrible. So I told them, no, put Tamil and Dalal, just without even thinking. And when it came out in the newspaper, it looked good, so I just kept using it.
That's great. Great story.
Very good story. Super Bowl.
Somebody wants to play guitar.
Yeah, since
I
we
had a song. What, Jan?
since we missed
Song.
recording
I
the
know what you-
earlier portion of the party, we missed the birthday singing. So yeah, if you would play guitar and do a happy birthday again, I'll light a
Play guitar.
I don't know the chords. I don't know the chords to, does anyone know the chords to Happy Birthday?
We'll just sing it then.
Well, do it without the guitar.
Yeah, do it without the guitar. Start us off. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Happy birthday
Elliott.
to
Happy birthday to you.
I
just sent
Blow it out, Dad.
Blow out the candle, Grandpa.
Wait, I
Yes,
asked
you're
Sam
with
to
your
play
lights in the
one
picture.
chord.
Look at your
Chord.
light.
Sam,
Grandpa,
could you
blow it
play
out.
some happy birthday?
Grandpa,
Could you
blow
play?
it out.
Grandpa, pretend to blow out the candle.
Sam will come and play so we could see.
Jan, you have to blow it out when he does it.
I did it.
He's coming.
Very
Happy
nice.
birthday. With a cake
Very good.
and candle.
Yes.
Только так, не играй, только так. Так торжественно.
Elliot, do you want me to play one of my
Wait a minute,
songs or not?
Natasha's doing something.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, awesome.
3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Very nice.
Except for my first birthday, this is the best one I ever had.
That's funny.
Other birthday song?
So Sherry, what did you want to
I
play?
don't know what you want to play.
Well, Natasha wants.
I
I'm
just
just
want
gonna
to.
play a song I wrote because it's the only one I practiced
Best
doing.
thing is having Natasha sing Happy Birthday. in
Sarah's
Lithuanian.
gonna sing a song.
Okay.
It's called Sliding Doors, and the Huntley is a hotel. Ness, you gotta move your legs, baby. Keep hitting my guitar. Okay.
Go away,
So,
go away.
so many years, my heart's adored you. I've waited for you, but sliding doors was our game. These shifting sands we could not tame will always have the Huntley. Don't you know what you mean to me?
No.
Shining like a beacon on a dark and lonely sea. We'll always have the Huntley. Don't let go the memory of kissing in the crowd of our like no one was around. Don't let go. Oh, oh. I met you long before the rain. I met you before any pain. But you sound left and I sound right. Two ships passing in the night. We'll always have the Huntley. Don't you know what you mean to me? Shining like a beacon on a dark and lonely sea. Always have the Huntley. Don't forget the memories of kissing in the crowd of all like no one was around. Don't let go. Baby, you look oh so fine. I feel embraced, I feel entwined, but in my mind, I wanna know, will we ever get that most time? Always have the Huntley.
I'm sorry. Where's Shira? Can you see Shira? No, just unmute everybody again.
Yes.
Thank you, Huntley. Don't forget the memories of kissing in
That's called.
the
Oh yeah.
crowd like no one was around. Don't let go. Go. That's it.
No, now you have to unmute everybody, Sarah, so that.
I have to go. I have
It's
to
my first time to play that to an audience. I wrote
Very
that
good.
a couple months ago.
It's
Oh,
very
that's
good.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So Elliott, I have to go, but I want to wish you a very happy birthday. Yeah. Bye. I gotta go.
Bye, Tamlin. See you later.
Bye, Tamlin. Nice seeing you again.
Yes, nice seeing you too. I hope to see you guys when it's safe to see each other. Yeah.
Yes.
You will meet again. I
Dad,
don't know where. I don't know when.
Bye.
Dad, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Elliott, the mute button is pushed. Go to your picture.
It won't let me unmute you.
I'm sorry, I don't,
There we go.
There we
go.
go.
on mute. I said, I want to thank everybody. Did you hear me when I said that this has been my best birthday since I
Yes.
was since my
Since
first
you
one?
were one.
I like it.
And I want to thank Jan and Sarah for putting this together. It's really great. And now I know who all my friends are.
Yes. Yes.
And I can count them on one hand.
That's good. That's
No, we had 15. I counted all the people. There were 15 people.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That's good.
I think some people are a little
Out of
intimidated.
450, that's pretty good.
I thought there'd be 50, Elliot. I'm sorry.
So while we're all together, I want to wish whoever is having a birthday coming up soon, or whoever missed a birthday, a happy birthday. Who missed a birthday is because of the quarantine.
I must have marched.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
And
Sandy. Thank you.
whose birthdays are coming up, and we're going to miss them too.
That must be Angela's in June.
Angela, are we missing your birthday?
No, it's not till June. It's not till June.
Yeah, by then we should be all together.
I would think so. I would think so.
What about
How about Ness? Are we gonna miss your birthday too?
His is next month, huh? Is it?
Ness is coming up. Ness, tell them, look up in the, stop playing your computer.
Sorry.
Ness is.
In case we miss it, Ness, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That was good,
In case we
Elliott.
miss yours, Angie, and in case we miss Ness's, and in case we miss Shearer's, for all those who are in the iffy category, happy birthday.
Thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome.
Tasha, Sandy already ate the fish and the bread and butter.
Okay. That's good.
And I'm going to try them later.
That's good.
Are you going to do your ice cream run tonight?
Yeah, I need milk.
You need
Yes.
milk. You're going to
Go
get
to
ice cream
Walgreens.
at the Walgreens.
That's so easy to go through. It's so much fun.
How
Tasha,
do
did
you
play
get away
something?
with that? Do you just
Yes,
tell them
forget.
what you want, or you call ahead of time?
No, we just
No,
drive
just
up.
walk through.
And they just give you. They just let you buy whatever you need. They just get it for you.
right away.
And I got white.
That's amazing because I don't think they do that for us regular people.
I don't think they do.
Look, at midnight, there's no one
There's
else.
nobody there at
They're
midnight.
happy to have company at midnight.
Oh, they're bored. That could be, I guess. What time does that Walgreens close over there?
They're 24 hours.
24 hours.
Really?
They're
On
open all
the
night.
one on West
The
Esplanade.
one on West Esplanade.
Clearview.
The one on
West Esplanade and Clearview.
the one on Veterans in Clearview closes. Natasha, you want to play something?
I don't play. I just.
Okay. Okay.
Sounded like playing.
I would play something, but I don't know how.
That's okay.
I have no talent for playing.
Well, Ness has talent.
Rachel, you've been quiet for such a long time.
No, I'm just sitting here listening to everybody.
Nice.
Well, you're looking very pretty.
Oh, thank you. My hair, my new do.
Want the light on?
All natural.
I love it.
Great.
Good. Looks good.
I
Looks
know.
good.
It's bad.
Can't do a thing with it.
Sandy went to a hairdresser and she met Joel from Kosher Cajun as our hairdresser.
Oh, really?
And that's how I got the cake. Did you see the cake that I brought?
No.
Thank you. It was delicious. I had a piece today.
Lay down. Lay down.
The cake was made of cupcakes, and they were all together, and they were all cut and ready to serve. And here comes Elliott to show it to you. And, okay, to show it to you again.
Wow.
Very
That
nice.
looks
An
good.
individual.
Oh.
That's
That looks so good.
I
Looks
want
very good.
Totally.
This is funny.
Oh, man, help you.
What's he doing?
Okay, guys, I want to
On the
say
phone.
goodbye. Goodbye for tonight.
Or
It was
Natasha.
a
I thought you were
pleasure.
playing something.
Good night.
It
Good
was a
night.
pleasure. Next time, next pleasure.
Nice
Oh,
meeting you,
thank you
Natasha.
so much.
Thank
Bye, Natasha. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Bye, Natasha. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Natasha.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Do you want to do a dance for him?
We'd love to see that.
You don't run through it.
Angie, who's Susan Tucker? Her
No,
name-
that's okay. We're all on the same thing here.
Susan Tucker is one of
They can see
our
me
people.
talking.
Let her in.
we did.
Oh, good. She
Hey,
dances with
guys,
us.
my friend Miriam
She's
Walsh
also
is
an
calling.
author, too.
She wished me happy
Oh,
birthday.
right,
She
right.
says hello to everybody.
Yeah, but she's in New Orleans right now. So
I happen to have an old friend named Susan Tucker, and I'm like, that can't be her. No, it's not.
she used to dance a long time ago. Are you sure you don't know her?
I met her. I met her once.
You know her, Sandy. If you see her, you'll know her.
No, it's Jan who doesn't know.
She's a writer.
Right. I think I met her once. Look, Shira's.
Oh, I forgot. I unmuted. I thought I muted.
See who's others.
Are you gonna dance, Nikolai? Are you gonna do a dance?
Nobody is singing. Need somebody to sing.
Ness, we need you to sing a song. Go on.
Eretz Yisrael Yafahi, Eretz Yisrael Paracha. I was trying to remember the rest of the words, but I don't think I ever knew that.
What song do you know? Who would volunteer to sing a song?
Jen, you should know that. That's a.
Hello, Susan.
I can't hear it.
Susan, unmute or something.
Oh,
Guess
there's
she doesn't
Susan.
hear us.
I don't see Susan. Is she there?
You can't hear it?
Now I can hear it, Jan.
Oh, you
What
could?
is it, Miserloo?
Yeah, it's Miserloo.
I don't know how
Oh,
the dance
Who
goes.
wants to dance? We can do Miserloo.
Okay, let's see it.
Chair dancing.
That's our Sunday.
Nice.
I don't remember the steps at all.
Me neither.
Yeah, Judy usually leads us.
That's true.
What else?
Susan, are you there? Susan? I guess she's not. She's
No, it's not touch.
Hi, Susan.
Oh. I don't think her name is Susan. Oh, couldn't have-
Well, I have to keep
done it
them
better
on.
if you wanted to.
I have to keep them on.
Yeah,
Really nice.
really neat. So how have you been, Susan?
I'm well. We had one of my stepdaughters, who's not old, had a heart attack, so I can't talk.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and her mom died on Sunday, so
Oh, no.
you know,
My
it's,
goodness.
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, it's a hard time, but yeah, as it is for everyone. So we're glad you lived this long, Elliott. To see such a thing. Oh,
Yep.
Where are you now?
I'm in New Orleans actually because I came on February 27th to help a friend who was sick, and I sort of got caught here. Actually, I was caught in Alabama, and then I stayed there 6 weeks, and then finally, when New Orleans looked better, I came here.
Oh, wow.
At
Yeah.
least you got a
Really?
place to be.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really happy to be in my house, and yeah, near everybody.
And how's the car situation? You still don't have a car?
No, I don't have a car, but that's
Oh.
okay. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. You might as well have a bicycle. That'd be a lot better.
Well, now that gasoline is so cheap, you can't go anyplace.
So how is everybody? How are y'all?
Oh, great. Rachel predicted we'd have 10 people show up. And what do we had, like 11 or 12?
No, 16. We had 16 people.
Yeah, I
sent-
predicted a lot more, actually.
I sent 400.
I thought I
said
wouldn't even get
450
on.
I sent
I think
450
you can get
invitations.
between 50 and 100 on, I think. So
We paid for
after 100, I think then you can't fit more.
yeah, we paid for up to 100 people.
Nicola, do you know
The
Susan?
minimum is 100.
Now I seen. I don't remember the meet before.
Hi.
Hi, Susan.
Nicola is a wonderful guy from Romania.
Okay.
And Nikolai
Does
and
the
Meredith.
Romanian dances. And we know it's authentic.
Yeah. Yes, I learned Romanian dancing here. The only one I was knowing. Alunelul. Wish the dancing kitten garden.
Yeah.
So have you been to Elliott's birthday parties before?
Yeah, 2 years ago
Good.
when he made the party to the synagogue.
The big night.
Susan, I don't know if you heard me tell everybody before, but this is my best birthday party since my first one.
Yeah? Why?
Because now I know who my true friends are.
You know who your friends are that can use a computer.
It's true. Well, I actually had to ask my daughter how to do it ahead of time.
Well, I really expected Lisa to join us.
Lisa who?
Because I
Lisa.
see her on the dance workshops that I look at.
Well, I had a hard time. I tried to log in and then I didn't get in. I didn't,
Oh.
that's why I wasn't sitting here, because I kept trying and I couldn't get in. So maybe other people are trying.
Well, that could be too.
Yeah.
Sarah, are
There's
you
some-
letting people in? Are you paying attention?
I don't know why we have to do that, but yeah, but they pop up and then she lets them in. But maybe it's just the connection might take a minute. I don't know.
Sometimes you have to do a few clicks to get in.
But Susan, your picture,
Normally you just do it and you wait and it comes in, but sometimes you have to click.
it was
It's
sitting there
you
without
may
you.
not have Zoom on you may not have the app, and it has to install it.
Yeah, mine had a blank screen, and then I got the phone call about my stepdaughter, and I went in the other room, and when I came back, you were there, so.
Yeah,
We're talking to you.
But
Yeah, we were looking at your wall.
yeah, you thought it was neat.
So how are you doing with shopping,
Me?
Susan? Yes.
Well, when I came from Alabama, I rented a car. I bought $400 worth of groceries. I've never bought so much groceries in my whole life at once. And so I'm doing fine. And, you know, I do remember as a child playing war. We used to play war, you know, and we would have food shortages and you know, we'd make the kids who didn't like me Germans. I mean, I remember all that. And so I have experience. So I'm eating all the food I have, you know, and my niece came last Sunday and brought me some really good bread. I didn't have much bread, but you know, so I'm fine on food. And they came and got the rental car, so they came and picked it up. So, and my daughter is a nurse anesthetist at the University of Maryland Hospital. And she didn't want me to come here. She said, don't do it. And I said to her, I'll be really safe. I won't go anywhere. And I figure if she's going in every day to work, I can just not go anywhere.
What do you think when you're reading or what she said about people who have like other underlying conditions like asthma or other respiratory conditions?
Right, that's what she's seeing, is that they're the ones that come in that have the worst case.
Right, the people with asthma who have underlying respiratory and lung diseases. Yeah. My son didn't believe me that was true.
Oh, it is true. And not only that, the ones who have diabetes, they're really bad too. They just go full blown. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. You just stay where you are. Don't move. And the hypertension is also.
She's not type 2. No,
she's not type 2, so it's like it's
Can
under.
you walk to any shopping, Susan?
different thing. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Can you walk to any shopping if you need?
Yeah, I can walk to Whole Foods. I'm uptown. I can walk to Whole Foods and Winn-Dixie. In fact, I walk about 8 miles a day. I do walk.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Go on the levee?
No, I like to walk on the side streets and see the houses and, you know, think about gardening and, you know, no, I could walk.
Ask you one more time. Go to the bathroom and blow your nose like a big boy.
We can.
We walk on the levee once in a while.
Yeah.
We're only 1 block from the levee on the lake.
That would be pretty to see the, yeah. I can walk on the river levee, but I think the lake is prettier.
Got some fantastic sunset pictures the other day on the levee.
Yeah. I've seen a lot more lizards. Has anybody else seen?
Yes.
What
yes.
color?
Yeah.
They're all brown.
Neanderthals, yeah.
What happened to the green ones?
I don't know.
I've
Well,
seen
they
a couple.
change colors.
You know what happened? The brown ones displaced them.
Huh.
Until about 3 or 4 years ago, we had all green, and now it's all brown. And I Googled it, and it said that the green ones, normally they live high up in trees. And when the brown ones came in, they went back up to the trees. But I don't see them anyplace.
What happened to the orange ones? I used to have orange ones all over the place when I was young.
Those are chameleons.
Well, they're the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, we used to see them in New York a lot.
Mhm.
After a rain, you'd see them.
Yeah.
It's not the 23rd.
Wow.
I've been seeing
Susan,
all
you doing
kinds of
any
birds
writing?
too.
I am.
What's that,
I have
Angie?
some- I'm looking at everybody's pictures. Yeah, I am doing work.
Andy just realized who you
I
are.
just realized it's Susan.
There's always more than one Susan, so.
No, not really.
Hey, listen, Susan, I want
Original.
you to answer my email. I asked people to send me a story about their earliest memory when they were 2, 3, or 4 years old.
Oh, great. I love doing things like that.
And if I get enough of them, I'm going to put a little book on Amazon.
Okay.
And I really have some great stories.
Okay.
Like I love Angie's. Can I tell them your story, Angie?
Yes, you can tell it.
Or you tell it to them.
Oh, well, when I lived on the south side of Chicago, I must have been four probably, because I was 5 when we moved. And I woke up very early one morning and nobody else was awake. We lived with my grandparents we had 3-story big house there in Chicago on the south side. And so I went out of the house. Nobody was awake. I went to my neighbor's house to play with my friend, and they were all asleep, and I woke them up. So the mother yelled at me. That's probably why I remember. And I went to play with my little friend Joanne, and her parents' names were Joe and Ann. That's why they named her Joanne. I can remember that too. So I was headed back home, and I can hear my mother screaming my name. And she runs in. We were like 2 houses down. Grabs me by my ponytail and drags me home. So I remember that very, very clearly. I was in a lot of trouble. I probably scared the, stuffing out of her, I'm sure. You wake up, your kid's gone, yeah. On the south side of Chicago, yeah. Not good.
Yeah.
So I remember that very clearly.
I want everybody on this Zoom thing to send me their earliest story.
Well, the funny thing is, like when I was telling Elliott that, and then he was talking to me about one of his, and I remembered 2 or 3 more things. So once you start bringing up one memory, I think you might bring up more than one. You might bring up a few things.
Yeah, maybe
That's exactly what happened with me. I was talking to Fran Ifka, and at that point, I could only remember from 5 years of my grandmother. She used to run after me with food because I didn't want to come up to eat supper. But Fran told me a story about a bathtub, and it brought back 4 stories, 2 about bathtubs and 2 about other things. That from 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
Waiting to hear what the Romanian comes up with.
Yeah, I received some picture from Romania. My nephew sent me by messaging. It's one that I was maybe 5 years when I go with my sister to the neighbor to make a picture there, and I have that picture. Maybe I remember because I was scared. Maybe they leave me first time to do something by myself, not parents around me. But I have also other picture from previous time, and I have something I was maybe 4 years older. I have another one, maybe 3 years, but I don't remember when I do. The best is this 3 years. I'm gonna send to you maybe
Good,
tomorrow.
send me an email. Lawrence, are you still there? Larry? I guess
Yeah, he's still there.
No,
Yeah, see, look.
Yeah, but maybe she's not kidding.
Rachel, did you send me one?
No, not yet.
Okay, I'm
Think
waiting.
about.
Susan's is gonna be a good one. I can tell by the look on her face.
So did I tell everybody here the story about the phone call I got one evening at about 11 o'clock? And I picked up the phone. If I told you the story, raise your hand. I picked up the phone and I said, hello. And somebody at the other end said, did you ever play a musical instrument when you were a child? Was. And I said, hi. I did play. I played the piano and the accordion. In high school, I played the piccolo and the flute. I said, don't you remember the baby grand piano in my mother's house? She said, no. I said, I know you have another telephone right by your hand. Would you call your older sister and see if she remembers playing playing on the grand piano in Grandma's house? And so she called Jan, and Jan said no. So I said, listen, I'm hanging up. I'm going to call my younger sister and see if she remembers the grand piano at Grandma's house. And so I called my younger sister, and I said, hi, Lorraine, do you remember the grand piano in our mother's house? And she said, sure, I played on that piano. She said, one day I was taking a lesson from the piano teacher, and our father came home from work early, and he sat and listened to me, and at the end of the lesson, he said to the piano teacher, Mrs. Piano Teacher, how is my daughter doing on the piano? And she said, Mr. Hyman, save your money.
I wonder how many other people have experiences like that. I bet there are a lot of them.
Probably so.
Yeah. My piano teacher should have said it to me. I never could learn to play the piano. I tried so hard.
Well, Ness does a pretty nice job for a little kid.
Yeah.
He's not
I thought
bashful.
he did very well.
Yeah.
He did.
So what's your big plans? Do you have big plans for the weekend, Elliott, besides this tonight? Do you have any other plans?
Every day's the weekend.
Yeah, I know. I know. Every day I say, what day is it? I don't even know what day.
Sandy used to go to synagogue every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
They're trying to put it on Zoom now, but I don't know.
That's going to be hard.
I just got an email that this is the first time in history that every synagogue, no synagogue is open tonight or tomorrow in the whole country.
I never
And
thought
probably in the world.
I never thought I would miss going to synagogue on Saturday morning, but I do. I do miss going.
Elliot, just sent to you by messenger a picture of mine that you're gonna like more. It's me at the graduation party at the kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
I was dancing and dressed up national dance, Kalushari, and everybody one side, I was another side.
How come you have that picture on your phone?
My nephew sent me a lot of picture from Romania, regular picture. He make.
That's funny.
Oh, you need to send it to all of us.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
So Elliott, do you have a favorite birthday story?
Favorite birthday story. I have to think about that. My last two birthday parties, my 80th and my 90th, there are a lot of stories with those. Yeah, I don't know how if this fits it, but after my 90th birthday party, Mark, what's the name?
Give me a clue.
Maggie, Margaret, this woman goes to every event in the world.
Marguerite Bergen. That's
Margarita Bergen.
Oh, yeah.
And you know her? Or you of her?
I've seen her.
Well, she came to my birthday party at 8:30.
Yeah.
She sat in the front row with that crazy hat.
Big hat, yeah.
Crazy outfit. And she didn't leave till 1:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Every other event she goes to 3 or 4 events on a Saturday night, from one to the next, and then writes it up in her Facebook.
Right.
Well, so I went on her Facebook, and she had 40 pictures of my party that were really wonderful pictures.
Oh.
And so I hate Facebook. So I emailed her and thanked her for it. So she said I should please friend her on Facebook. So I went to friend her, and it says Margarita Bergen has 5,000 friends, and she can't have any more. So wait a minute. 2 days later, I get an email from her. She says one of her friends died. And so I went and it became a 5,000. And that's the true story. Yeah.
Elliott, I sent another picture when I was 3 years older. I sent also forward also to Rachel and Angie.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember too much from that time, but it's the best picture of mine.
Well, we'll look for it. I'll look for it.
So on Elliott's last birthday cake, he had 91 candles. And he wanted candles, he had to blow them out. And they were tall candles. They had to be about 6 or 7 inches, Angie.
Yeah, what we did was I made a cake I made that one because I figured we would not be eating it because of all the,
wax.
Well, yeah, well, not just wax, blowing out that many candles. So what we did was we put tin foil over the whole cake and we poked holes in and put those candles in. And then we had 4 people lighted at the same time going out so we wouldn't burn ourselves. So that they wouldn't be burned down to the, real far by the time we got them all lit. So it took a little while, but it worked.
It took about 15 minutes just to set it up.
Just to set it up.
I tell everybody
And to light
and
it.
then to count and make sure we had the right number because we kept losing track of the number. So.
Right. And Elliott counted it again just to make sure we had the right number.
Wow.
But I made sure I called the fire department and I had them outside anyway.
That's right. So this year, definitely got to have the fire department on standby for sure.
Need a little bigger cake too.
Yeah, I was talking to Judy about that today. She said she had to go to a service tonight. She said, and that's why she said she'd be at the service till 8:30. So I don't know if it was a Zoom service or regular service. I'm not sure what it was.
Susan, did that qualify as a birthday story?
Yes.
Another one is for my 80th. Did you ever come to my?
I loved your 80th birthday party.
Oh, you remember the platform? The platform comes up to my boobs.
I remember it. Yeah.
And I had to get up on it, so I boosted myself up on it.
Yeah.
And there were no stairs going up at that time. Now they have a stairway you walk up. So I pulled myself up and got up on the stage, and the whole audience gasped. and later when I asked what was the favorite thing you at the party, Most people pick that as their favorite thing at the party. Yeah.
Does anybody else have a party story?
Elliott's party stories?
Oh, I
Party
think
stories.
the singing I liked was Natasha sang with, didn't she sing with two other women? And they sang
Yes.
in Russian. Yeah. And I think one was redhead.
Sang with Svetlana.
Yeah.
Played the accordion.
Right.
And Olga is my age. She's 92.
Right.
And she lives in Lithuania. And she was visiting Natasha. And they're both performers. So they sang one of my favorite songs that I know since I was a child. Tumbala, 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 like tumbala.
Yeah, we danced to that too.
Spielbala, like tumbala, like Anyway, that's what they sang. And they sang another Russian song. That one was in Yiddish. Yeah, they were fabulous. And what's her name danced with them? Barbara Haley.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, does that mean our time's up?
No, that was just a text coming from my computer.
Oh, it sounded like
I know. We have
loud.
We have unlimited time. We can stay on all night.
Oh, wow.
JP said it.
It's ready to do some.
I don't think Ness went to sleep, did he?
No, it's 2 hours earlier there too, but you know, they're very busy in that house.
No, we lost Sandy and Elliott.
Oh, we lost the birthday boy.
Uh-oh.
Where did he go? He'll come back, watch. Unless he's ready for bed.
I don't think so.
I doubt that.
Y'all know he stays up till 3 or 4, right?
Probably, yeah. Just like his grandpa, huh? Yeah.
Is that what he told you?
Yeah.
Oh, Ness stays up. No, my dad. I was talking about my dad.
Oh, I thought you meant Ness. Like I was gonna say, like.
Here's Elliott. He's trying to get back on there. Let's see.
No, he's there. He's just
He's
at the
there.
bottom.
He's at the bottom.
My battery went dead.
Oh, no.
Oh.
On the laptop, what happened is the plug isn't all the ways in, and I don't realize it. It uses the battery.
Well,
And
we
it
have the water
sounds like an eighth of an inch, and I don't notice it.
Well,
Anyway, so back. I hope I didn't miss much.
We can't see you. The
No,
camera.
we can't see you at all.
I don't know why. It says start video. Oh, I know why.
Maybe it doesn't say the video.
It's on camera, that's why. So I have to get it off camera. How do I do that? I know.
Does anyone else have problems with the camera on Zoom sometimes?
Well, I'm using my iPad, so I'm not having any trouble with it. But I think I would have trouble if I was on the.
Because a lot of times
No,
I have.
and I've got a brand new computer.
There we go.
There you go. What was it?
That was on the camera.
Oh, you had to plug it in.
Well, sometimes on my computer I have to turn it off and on again and reconnect.
February.
Uh-huh.
They probably never did it because of this. And I got a call for actors. You know,
Uh-huh.
And so I signed up, but they never called me. But in California, it was on Rodeo Drive, a very fancy street in LA, in a small theater. And we went in, and before this theater started, I figured I better, go to the bathroom. Well, the bathroom's on the second floor. You had to walk up a flight of stairs. And the ladies' room was next to the men's room. the line for the ladies' room started on the second floor, down the stairs, through the whatchamacallit, the lobby, onto the street. Really, that's how long it was.
Typical.
No.
There was no line for the men's room.
Yeah.
There was an usherette standing in front of the men's room, and she wouldn't let me in. I said, what do you mean? She says, well, the women are using it. She says, I have to wait till 4 men are online before I can let you in.
I remember.
I said, there are only 3 men in the audience. And that was true.
Yeah.
So she let me in. And it was no big deal. There were 2 stalls and 2 urinals. We all used it together. It was no big deal. So that was my story.
Doing your part for democracy.
Yeah,
Definitely
the Ashe Center was going to do it for Women's Week.
Right.
And they had a call for actors that I signed up, but I guess they never did it.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you that, Elliot, that call
But
that just came was for you, and it was Bob Bloom saying he could not fix his Zoom to get in. I just want to tell you, whoever knows Bob Bloom.
Well, he should ask one of his grandkids.
That's right.
Oh, man. So, Angie, when's the last time you talked to Oscar?
I talked to him today, actually,
Good.
on the phone. He can only call me in the car still because his phone doesn't work. He was gonna call me tonight, but he probably fell asleep. He has to work tomorrow, so. But they promised him the phone would come in by Monday, so we'll see.
That's funny.
So what are you doing
It's ridiculous.
tomorrow night? What are you doing tomorrow night, Angie? Anything exciting?
Oh no, I don't think so. Really? What is that noise? It sounds like somebody's phone's off the hook.
Yes.
That's what Elliot said.
You hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
We don't have a phone like that.
Oh, she never.
It sounds like one of those old-fashioned phones.
They
You never hear that anymore.
Yeah, it is my phone, yeah. That was my phone.
I have definitely gone into a men's bathroom on accident and not realized it till I had come out.
Oh. Oh no.
Me too. I'm guilty.
I also got kicked out of a bar once. I think it was in I don't remember. I think it was in New Orleans. Yeah, actually, because I used the men's bathroom, and when no one was in there, but when I came out, they said, "No, you have to leave because you used the men's bathroom." Because there was a long line for the women's bathroom. So
You got kicked out.
I got kicked out. So my friend nice enough to follow me out of the bar.
Well, they lost a lot of customers. They lost at least 150 customers, all those friends of yours.
Oh, man. Have you guys been using Zoom for anything else? What about you, Rosie?
Oh, I use it on Easter for my kids, and we all talk to each other. So that was the first time I did it. You know.
It's one of the nicest, easiest to use apps.
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot more difficult than it was.
You're on mute. Shira's on mute.
So I just wanted to say goodnight because we're going to go take a walk before the sun sets because I've been in the house all day.
Well, the sunset, so it's too late for us.
Great to see everybody.
Bye.
Thank
I look tough.
I
you
love
for
to.
coming and entertaining.
Yes, meet the cat.
I look tough.
Bye, Ness.
It's a good accent.
Bye, Ness.
Oh, Natasha didn't say goodbye.
Yeah, let me.
David did.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, Larry, you still there?
I think he's on the phone. Sounds like
Oh,
maybe talking to the doctor, for his mother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to my other stepdaughter. So I'm gonna sign off
Before you do, just, are you writing any books now?
I am.
What are you working on?
Well, I'm editing some letters of a 19th century woman, so it's not too exciting, but I like doing it. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Some 19th century letters.
Interesting.
Did you?
So let us know when it comes out or whatever, when we could see it.
Well, I love having your birthday. I love being part of it. So thanks for including me, everybody. And
But wait a minute, before you go, I want to tell you what I'm doing.
what?
I'm doing this earliest memory thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And the reason I'm doing
I
that
sent it to everybody, Elliot, that you wanted that.
is I'm writing an ex post facto biography, diary, a diary. I'm starting to write it now, as if I was just born. I'm starting from my earliest memory, and I go up chronologically, day by day, month by month, as well as I can remember, until today. So what it'll be like is a complete dump of your computer, hard drive, in writing.
Right.
And what I'm going to do is, like, I have a friend in first grade. I had a girlfriend when I was in kindergarten. 30 or 40 years later, my girlfriend married my friend. So when I talk about first grade and being my girlfriend, I'm going to fast forward to her marrying my friend, my other friend, and then come back to where I left off.
Okay.
Whereas in a normal diary, you have to wait 40 or 50 pages to get to that, to learn that.
Yeah.
And so the early memory thing is a project that evolved from this thing. And my friend in California, he called it, he didn't like it at all, very critical. He called it a memory dump.
Oh, no.
So I thanked him for it. That's going to be the title of the book.
Oh, no. No, I loved your other autobiography, that you wrote.
And he says that his writing group would tear it apart. So I thought, as an author, you'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those are the projects I'm working on now. And I'm still working on my biography that you read 10 years ago.
Yeah, I loved it. I liked it a lot.
And I'm still adding stuff. It's because actually that is getting to be a mind dump.
Well, it's very important archivally, to have all that down. It's rare to have all that down.
Yeah. And I'm trying to encourage other people to do that, to start with their earliest memory and work forward. Anyway, make your other calls. It was wonderful talking with you and seeing you. And I hope I'll see you before my next one.
Oh, I hope so too. I think I'm going to be here more this year. So everybody take care.
You too.
I love
Hi,
seeing you.
Susan. So nice seeing you again.
Bye.
I have a reading.
Night.
Good night. Thank
night.
you. Happy birthday. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, we're down to the last 5 here, guys.
Yeah, but I have not camera, only hearing.
You can't see?
It's time to close.
You can't see it?
No, not anymore.
Oh, we can still see you. We still see you.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
I thought they cut this off in an hour. But
When is the meeting over? When's the meeting over?
Well, we're finishing up. It's a birthday
I guess
party.
now.
Yeah, it's a birthday party. We're just going to close up, I
We
guess.
paid for
Okay.
Jen, do you guys want to do house party?
Yeah, sure. Mom, if Mom
I thought you were going
to.
Can we do house party? You want to walk?
Right, Angie?
No.
Please.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Elliot. Happy birthday.
Night, Elliot.
Happy birthday.
I might come by tomorrow.
Guys, I played Minecraft and I feel bad about it, so now I'm just going to read for like 3 hours when I get home.
Wait a minute. You
Okay.
don't
It was wonderful to see everybody.
And I'm going to look on YouTube So we'll see what you did get.
What are you talking?
Jen, Sarah. So can you get your phones out and make a house party?
Yes, we're ready.
Jan, thank you for doing this.
What, Rachel?
Jan and Sarah,
Yeah.
Yes.
thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
This was fun. I'm so glad you showed up. So glad you came to the
Okay,
party.
gotta go.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
bye.
Love you.
Yeah, so am I.
Steve,
Haven't missed one yet.
say goodbye to the.
Well, maybe.
No, it's gonna be too late for them.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye,
Goodbye,
Rachel.
Lawrence.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Happy
Goodbye,
birthday, Elliott.
Nikolai and Meredith.
Bye, bye, bye.
Great stories, and I'm gonna look for your
Did a
pictures.
great job.
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
And Elliot, I'll try to find
I
all the different
I
ways to
have
say
few
I
more.
love you. All the different ways to say I love you. Okay.
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 Take
Okay,
care,
Nikolai.
guys.
Okay, Sarah.
Bye, have
See
a
you
good
all.
night.
And Sandy. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Love seeing you.
Okay.
As soon as this is over, we'll get a party together at the
Jen,
same.
Sarah, I'm calling you on house party.
Yes. Okay, let me get on. There we go. Accept. I see house party. There it is. I'm getting there.
Okay, hosts, it's time to close the party.
Okay, Elliot. Take care, Elliot.
Okay, guys, take care.
Okay, bye.
Okay, good night.
Bye.
Have a
Good night.
nice day.
Good
Good night,
night.
Jen. Good night,
Good night,
Sarah.
Nikolai.
Good night, Sarah.
I
Good
love
night,
Love
Sandy.
you all.
Good
Bye.
night, Elliot. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, Ness, hold on just a second. So Dad and Mom, we're gonna play a game with
No.
Ness. Do you want to play?
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna play, what are you gonna play?
House
Oh, they're
party.
gone. They're gone.
All right, go ahead. We'll call you if we're gonna stay. Go ahead. Thank you.
Love you.
Okay, we're ending the meeting.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Say hello to Meredith. Tell her we said good night.
Yeah. Bye.